Hey guys, welcome back. I'm GoldenKnite. Today I'm playing The Last Door Collector's Edition. We're going into the extras now. We've already finished the 4 episodes. Before we go into Season 2, I want to check these out. The first one is The Morgue. I don't know how long these are going to be. They could be very short. If they're short, then we will play them all. Ooh, what's this? What are you doing? Good lord, what a mess. Okay, do we have to clean it? There must be something wrong with the water pressure valve. An anatomical model built of actual human bones. What's this? Wash my hands. Here I have the police and medical report. The latter is still blank. According to the police, the deceased name is Father Ernest Glynn. Okay, cool. The man immolated himself, so caught himself with fire, I guess. Let's go into our drawer here. Oh, we got a scalpel. Oh, wait, is he... Oh, he's laying there. That's a person laying there. So I got my tools. Let's go ahead and start cutting this guy up. The skin is all scorched, caused us probably shock caused by the sudden burns. A horrible way of passing. What could lead a man of God to commit such an act? All that remains is to file the medical reports so he can receive the proper treatment a fine gentleman deserves. Okay, so I guess the first thing is not the scalpel. Oh wait, scalpel. Nothing else to do here. I should file the medical report. What do you mean? It just has sterile. Why'd I pick up the tools? This case still puzzles me. If he wanted to commit suicide, why did he do it in such a painful manner? Was he drugged or intoxicated? I should check his stomach for signs of poisoning. Okay. Stabby, stabby, stabby. Yuck. Ugh. Alright, the stomach looks fine on the outside. Now I should cut it open to check its contents. Cutty, cutty, cutty. Oh, need a sharper blade. Scalpel? Ah, that's gross. What is this? There's something strange in here. It looks like a piece of paper. I need something to get it out. Pincers. Ah, that's some really poopy noises. It is a note. What is that? Ernest Glynn, Jeremiah, DeVette, Alexander Dre, Hugh. I don't know. A crumpled up note with names. One of them is crossed out. I think I should inform the inspector immediately. What is that? Hugo Ashdown. One of the people's dead already. That's interesting. Oh, cool. So that's probably what tipped off the investigation to begin with. So these are going to be shorter. We're going to go through all of them. We got death sentence next. Francis Baldwin. Uh-oh. After being certified of your guilt by a peer jury, we find you guilty of the wicked and violent murders of 14 innocent and sick people. Because of the sentence, I am hereby authorized to execute you at the very moment by hanging to death in the sight of God. Baldwin, you freak. Would you like to make a final statement before we proceed? Why will you say that I am mad? What the hell? You should have seen how mercifully I proceeded. With what, love? Oh my god, this is weird. I saved them. I released them. Now they are in a better place. Do you still believe I am mad? This is messed up. Okay, he is a little mad. So he was so freaked out, like he was burying those people, but he didn't realize what he was doing. He was like, I don't know. Guy's a freak, but he's dead now. Wanderer in the fog. She is the only survivor. What happened to the others? They are all dead. I would like to talk to her. She's the only survivor. Is this one of the sisters? I think it is one of the sisters. Good afternoon. My name is Johann Kaufman. I am a doctor. Would you mind if I ask you a few questions? Please be careful with what you ask. Miss Parnell's state is delicate. I am perfectly fine able to talk, sister. Thanks for your consideration. Now, doctor, I understand you want me to repeat my story. I would be thankful to hear it indeed. I'll stay outside if you need me. Bye-bye, sister. I'm a sane woman, doctor, in complete control of my mind and reason. Do not dare to question it. I certainly wouldn't. Then I will commence. I woke up in the dark. The room was small, so narrow that I could touch the wooden walls just by raising my elbows. This is the one person who's in a fit on one of the beds, I'm pretty sure. Could you recognize the place? I couldn't tell at first. For a moment, a most dreadful thought crossed my mind. What if I had been buried alive? When I got out, I found myself in my parents' house. I hadn't been there since they sent me to school. Did you see anyone there? Your parents or maybe someone you know? No, they were not in the house, nor was any servant I had known in the years of my childhood. I was alone. I could feel the humid air on my skin and could smell the scent of the long time abandoned. I walked the rooms, unsettled by the silence. The place had the bleak feel of a ruin. Then I saw someone in the opposite end of the corridor. An old woman stared at me. Did you try to talk to her? I tried to, but she didn't answer, and she walked away when I tried to get closer. I followed her out through the back alley and into the streets. I got lost in the burg of Aberdeen. The streets were deserted and a thick fog covered everything. I thought I had seen the old woman through the fog once or twice, but they could have just been shadows. So the city was empty? No, not completely. I met some people, vagabonds. One of them was a priest. I remember a novelist and a boy too. Tell me about the priest. This priest, where did you meet him? I met him in a stable. Good Lord. He said mass there among the beasts. Could you imagine the profanity? Tell me more about the novelist. The woman had never written a word. She created only in her mind, you know. She could tell the story sentence by sentence with perfect precision and could even hear a piece of her last work. Do you remember anything about the novelist's work? Yes, the piece she told me was something like, the shadows of the past soon melted within the land that loves silence. Through the fog they walked, found themselves lost. Hoping for a sign from their guides, they set camp on the beach where 30 birds awaited to meet their crown. So the boy, what about him? I came across an abandoned carriage. The horse was long dead, its bones still harnessed to the cart. There was a young man petting the carcass of the animal. Could you talk to this young man? He was deaf, but I think he could read my lips. When he spoke, he did with a clear accent. He said he could only listen to the songs of the departed. What happened then? As I walked, the fog got denser. I could barely see anything around. I finally met the old woman. She didn't say a thing, but gave me a cardboard card. Then she left. She gave you a playing card? It was one of those used to tell fortune. There was a drawing on it of a veiled person holding a lamp. We met this person. We met this person in the city. Then, the mist seemed to clear out and I could finally see. What could you see? A barren land, bathed by roaring waves. There were thousands of birds, and then I realized there was something else. Wait! This is the woman we gave the music box to who her clothes disappeared. Holy crap. What was it? It was there. It looked at me. The burning dark inside, the shaking, the scream, that vision that I can't understand. What is it, doctor? I finally lost my strength of mind. It must be all a delusion caused by the trauma. I'm sorry, madam. Now I think you need to rest. Oh, she's talking about the bird. She had a vision with it. So she didn't just completely disappear. Well, that's cool, because that means the writers actually planned on, doing this type of stuff so you know what happened to her. Last one. Beechworth's Wake. Wake is a funeral recession. A lot of people talk to. Oh, here I am. Okay. He does not look dead, just asleep. I barely knew him, busy as he was traveling the world. What would be of man with no aspiration for the other side to inspire or lead him? I knew it would come to this. Your father was a terrible mess of a man. I am only grateful that he brought you to our home. Soon enough, not long after you were born, I hold no doubt that you will learn from his bad example and grow up to be a righteous gentleman. What could there be greater than the efforts of mortals to rise from their miserable condition? We will speak later, young man. What? This is so sad. He was most dearest to me. You know, your father was a complicated man. He had a strong character and was as stubborn as a mule when he had taken a determination. He believed He had a mission in the world, though I am not sure he knew exactly what it was. That which avoids description, the unknown, provides men with a reason to exist. This is an obscure domain, its secrets taken by man from the silence of nature and death. You are the young Beechworth, is that right? Your father left you everything, Anthony. Anthony? Oh, it's another Anthony Beechworth. The house, his accounts, and all his belongings, for you to receive when you come of age. He was very specific in his testament, though, that you should receive this promptly. His personal book log. Wait a minute. So this might be in the past. That might be my father. These are the memoirs of my life, my research, and knowledge of the other side. Use them wisely, son. It could be Anthony II. This is very confusing. Okay, that's all the extras. So it's very short, but it kind of fills in some blanks if you guys had questions about what happened. The biggest one was Wanderer in the Fog, finding out what happened to that girl. So in the next episode, we're going to be moving into Season 2. But if you guys didn't watch any of the other episodes, I recommend you go back and watch them or refresh your memory, but I did release them pretty quick, so hopefully you guys will remember what happened. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. I do help you with more, but thanks for watching, guys. And until next time, huzzah!